I thought it was just a kiss. No big deal. But weeks later, I couldn't get out of bed. The doctors had no answers. My body was shutting down. And deep inside, I knew something wasn't right. Something spiritual had shifted. Ashley had always played it safe, spiritually, emotionally, even socially. Raised in a Christian home, she knew what was right and tried her best to live by it. After college, she completed a year-long training program and met all kinds of people, including Paul. Paul was the loud, funny, confident type. The kind of guy who could walk into a room and immediately own it. Ashley didn't consider him a serious Christian, but she appreciated his energy from a distance. So when he messaged her nearly a year after the program, asking to meet up, she hesitated. But curiosity won. It wasn't a romantic date, just burgers, shared memories, and casual laughs. But at the end of the evening, as she turned to unlock her car door, Paul asked, "Can I kiss you?" Ashley froze. That wasn't her thing. She didn't do casual affection, especially not with someone she wasn't dating. But a few weeks before, she had watched a Christian romance film where dating couples kissed and held hands, and it was portrayed as normal, harmless. What's the big deal? She told herself. So she said yes. The kiss was awkward, sloppy, uncomfortable. She immediately regretted it, but brushed it off. No one got hurt. Nothing serious happened. Just a kiss, right? Open book, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 4 verse 23. But not long after, Ashley started feeling off. First it was fatigue, then headaches, then digestive issues. She visited the clinic, got some pills. They helped for a week. But then it came back stronger. She switched medications, started taking vitamins, tried getting more sleep. Nothing worked. Her mom noticed her daughter shrinking, literally. She had lost weight. Her skin looked tired. Her energy was gone. Ashley was fighting something she couldn't name. During Christmas, they traveled out of town. Things eased up slightly, but the moment they returned, it hit again, harder than before. Ashley started missing work. Her appetite disappeared. She couldn't even stand for more than 10 minutes without feeling dizzy. And the worst part? The dreams. Dark, vivid, tormenting nightmares. Every single night. This isn't just physical, she said. Ashley, this is spiritual. Ashley had grown up in church. She had heard stories of spiritual warfare. But now she was living one. Open book, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Ephesians 6 verse 12. Her mom pulled her from the youth church she'd been attending and brought her to a deliverance-focused ministry. One that believed in serious prayer and confronting darkness. By this point, Ashley could barely pray. Her strength was gone. Her will was weak. Her dad paid for more tests, desperate for answers, but there were none. Night after night, her mom came to her room, prayed over her, laid hands on her, declared scripture while Ashley lay there, quiet, shivering, tired of it all. Then came that night, a special prayer meeting, a visiting minister, his sermon, the mercy of God in the courts of heaven. He explained how the enemy accuses believers before God, using every sin, every compromise, every open door. And then he said, "Some of you are suffering, not because of witchcraft, not because of curses, but because of a door you opened. A moment you didn't take seriously. Suddenly, Ashley's mind flashed back. The kiss, that night, that decision. That's when she knew. She dropped to her knees and cried out, "God, have mercy on me." Once, twice, 7 times she shouted it, tears streaming down her face. Open book, let us come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy. Hebrews 4 verse 16. Open book, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. Lamentations 3 verse 22. She didn't feel lightning, no instant healing, but inside she felt free. The very next day, her doctor, who had been confused for months, suddenly had clarity. A full diagnosis, a treatment plan, 1 year long. Ashley didn't complain. She was ready to fight, because now she understood what was really going on. Open book, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. Psalm 103 verse 3. Open book, confess your faults, that ye may be healed. James 5 verse 16. She realized it wasn't just a kiss. It was a compromise, a spiritual crack in the wall of her protection. Even though she hadn't gone all the way, she had stepped outside of her covenant with God, and the enemy took full advantage. Ashley gradually began to recover. Her appetite returned. Her strength increased. Within a month, she was strong enough to resign from her marketing job and start working at her family's business. Most people never knew what really happened, but Ashley knew. Open book, the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Exodus 34 verse 14. Open book, I have espoused you to one husband, to present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. That kiss was a stain on her spiritual garment, but mercy rewrote her story. If you've made a small compromise, something you brushed off or justified, don't ignore the conviction in your heart. Sometimes it's not just a moment, it's a door. But the good news? God is still merciful, and it's never too late to cry out. If Ashley's story moved you, leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more real stories of redemption, healing, and the power of God's mercy. You're not too far gone. You're just one prayer away from a comeback.